breathe better in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent is an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma that's not for sudden breathing problems. Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Ask your specialist about Dupixent.
Well, hey there. Next week on ET, a new era over at The Voice. The Queen is in the building. Reba McEntire joins the show along with John Legend, Niall Horan, and
Gwen Stefani returns.
Holla back, girl. She's back.
Plus, Derek and Haley Huff, the newlyweds, talking all about their big day.
I know it was amazing.
Happening now.
Water is returning to Lake Dunlap. We spoke to homeowners who tell us about the progress and how long it's going to take before their lake comes back.
We have a rivalry game in our hands for this week's big game coverage, Game of the Week. We'll preview the matchup between Southside and Southwest. And speaking of Friday night football, it's not expected to be a washout of an evening, but a few isolated storms will be possible over the next few hours. We'll get you a look at the radar plus the latest version of Futurecast coming up in a few. The news at 5 starts right now.
First at 5, take a look at this. The most viewed video ever on KSAT's YouTube channel. This was back on May 14th, 2019. The spillgate at Lake Dunlap Dam failed, releasing 11,000 cubic feet per second of water, draining the lake and the hope of any summertime fun. Well, that was then, and this is now. That hole where the lake once was is slowly filling itself back up. It's been nearly 4 years in process. That's taken a lot of patience from those who live there. Camila Juarez with waterfront neighbors who say they paid a hefty price tag to get their lake back. But was it worth it?
It just went rushing out. It looked like something biblical where the gate exploded and the water just came out in torrents. So it's a little scary to see.
Doug Harrison recalls seeing the Lake Dunlap Dam collapsing several years ago. Now a modern steel dam stands in its place. Water from the Guadalupe River finally trickling its way to Cindy Jenkins' marshy backyard.
We can see the progress, and we're happy just to see it coming up little by little.
Before the dam failure, water levels would have been right at where my waist is at, but it's going to take 2 to 3 months to get back to this point. But all this progress didn't come without a $35 million price tag. Neighbors along the lake agreed to voluntarily tax themselves to pay off a 30-year bond for the new dam.
We felt like in the long run, it was very much to our advantage to go ahead and vote for the property tax and support it.
This is a first-of-its-kind tax district. Other neighborhoods surrounded by a dam-supported lakes are mimicking. Doug Harrison, president of Lake Dunlap's Water Control and Improvement District, says the new dam will be easier to maintain for years to come.
One of the nicest new things about this one is in front of each gate section, they have the ability to insert something called a stop log, which will let them seal off any one gate at a time and do maintenance without draining the lake, which is what we've had to do for the last 100 years.
Every day, Jenkins waits outside her porch, hoping to once again spend her next summer by the lake with her family.
We enjoy the kids coming up and playing on weekends and just being around water.
Camila Juarez, KSAT 12 News.
We've got new details in a deadly shooting this week, indicating that a woman was likely unarmed when she was killed. Police saying that witnesses told a different story from what the gunman had said at the time. Police say David Gretjak initially said that he fired in self-defense. He's now arrested and charged for allegedly killing 44-year-old Lydia Morales. That shooting happened on early Wednesday morning at the Forest Ridge Apartments on Chambers Road off of Fredericksburg Road. According to investigators, police say someone was sitting outside of an apartment when Gretjak bumped into him. The two men exchanged words, and police say that's when Morales walked out to see what was going on, and Gretjak allegedly shot her. Two witnesses told police that Morales did not have a weapon, and police say surveillance video backs up the witnesses' story. San Antonio police are trying to learn more about how a call for help ended with officers shooting and wounding a man. Police responding to a domestic violence call at the time, trying to help a woman who told them that she was being pistol whipped. Katrina Weber spoke with the woman, why she says she's not exactly surprised by how all this ended.
Police officers helped secure a scene where things between a couple started bad, but then turned even worse.
I was just doing what I could do just to protect me and my son in my house.
This woman, who didn't want to show her face, did show us a bruise on her lip from what she says was her son's father pistol whipping her. She says that's the reason she called police to her apartment in the 3100 block of Culebra Road around 2 this morning. They would end up staying for hours after officers drew their own guns and fired.
Suspect turned toward the officer with a pistol pointed at the officer. Officer fired twice. Suspect was struck.
The police came in, said, "Show me your hands, show me your hands." I knew what he was gonna do. I knew he was gonna point the gun at them, so I just sat back and just let it happen.
She and her baby had taken cover in a bathroom just before the shooting started. The 19-year-old man who was shot suffered a life-threatening wound and was rushed to a hospital. According to the woman, the gun he allegedly pointed at officers wasn't even loaded.
I let them know that there was no bullets in the gun. There was none at all, but I don't blame them. They're protecting themselves.
The officers involved are on administrative duty until things get sorted out. Chief McManus says the investigation into the shooting is far from over. He says the team looking into it, among other things, will be reviewing the officers' body camera videos to see how this all went down. Reporting from Public Safety Headquarters, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
And we want to remind you that you, or if you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence or abuse, help is available. Just go to ksat.com/domestic violence to find resources for victims and survivors. In court today, the jury in a capital murder trial finding the killer guilty of a lesser charge. Now, John Cantu could get 5 to 99 years in prison, less than if the jury had stuck with the original capital murder charge. He was on trial all week for the murder of Mike Perez back in February of 2019. Testimony from family members indicated that he was paid $500 to kill Perez. But after more than 3 hours of deliberations, the jury didn't think there was enough evidence to find Perez guilty of capital murder and found him guilty of first-degree murder instead. The two co-defendants, same family members, are still awaiting trial. Rumbles and thunder and flashes of lightning mixed with welcomed rain last night in some areas. And there was a chance for more rain. It's very good news on this Friday. And our Mia's tracking where the rain chances are best as Friday night football is set to kick off this evening. Mia.
Yes, absolutely. Now, first things first, the rain is not going to be for everybody this evening, and it's not going to be a washout of an evening for those that do tap into some brief shower and storm activity. You can see right now here in San Antonio, we don't have any issues out there on the radar, which is good if you are stepping out for any area football games, but we do have a pretty hefty thunderstorm right along the Wilson-Karnes County line. This storm is capable of producing some wind gusts upwards of about 50 miles per hour, as well as some hail up to about half of an inch. It is moving farther off to the southeast at about 20 miles per hour, so that's fixing to move into portions of DeWitt County if it can hold together, specifically near about Yorktown. Now, we're going to hold about a 30 to maybe 40% potential at best this evening for a few more hit or miss showers and storms. Again, not for everybody, but it wouldn't hurt to keep the umbrella nearby just in case you need to use it. We do have another chance for a few more storms into our Saturday, so we'll get you a look at all those details coming up in just a few.
Thank you, Mia. Happening right now, KSAT and our community partners are hosting a phone bank with staffers from the Texas-Oregon Sharing Alliance. This is your opportunity if you're considering an organ donation. To get more information, you can call in and ask any question you want. The number to call is 210-351-1363. And we are a little more than a week away from the 10th annual Head for the Cure 5K and Walk. This is an event that is near and dear to our hearts here at KSAT 12. It's held in honor of our late news director, Jim Boyle, who passed away after battling brain cancer. The Head for the Cure 5K and Walk is next Saturday, September 23rd. That race begins at 8 in the morning at Providence Catholic School, located in North St. Mary Street, right across the street from KSAT 12. Right now, participants can get $5 off their registration by entering the promo code KSAT. Across America today, marking the 60th anniversary of the Birmingham church bombing, when 4 black girls were killed in an attack by the Ku Klux Klan. That happened back on September 15th, 1963. 11-year-old Denise McNair, 14-year-old Cynthia Wesley, Carol Robertson, and Addie Mae Collins were getting ready for the Youth Day worship service at the 16th Street Baptist Church when that bomb went off. The massive explosion sent glass and debris flying, blowing a hole in the side of the building and knocking down power lines even. An FBI investigation later found that 4 KKK members had planted dynamite under a cement staircase outside of the church. Nearly 24 others were injured in that attack. Hurricane Lee headed northward to the New England coastline, where up to 4 inches of rain is predicted. In addition to potential flooding from New England to Nova Scotia, strong winds could also knock down the power lines there. The National Hurricane Center says tropical storm conditions would be moving in the area by this afternoon. The governor of Maine already declaring an emergency yesterday, requesting federal funds ahead of the storm's arrival. For the first time in history, the big 3 automakers are getting hit with a walkout. That threat that the United Auto Workers would strike at midnight if they didn't get a deal is being carried through. Today, plants owned by Ford, General Motors, and Stellantis, that's the company that owns Chrysler now, are all affected by the strike. The union targeting specific plants in an effort to put stress on automakers. One of those plants is the Ford assembly plant in Wayne, Michigan, right outside of Detroit. Sean Lee from our sister station, WDIV, with what workers want and why this is unprecedented.
The sounds of support along Michigan Avenue in Wayne to go along with union leaders rallying UAW rank and file on day 1 of this strike. These men and women put together the Ford Ranger and Ford Bronco inside today. They are outside and off the job, the only plant in Michigan to see what the UAW is calling a targeted strike. Day has 28 years working inside this plant.
I'm excited for this, and I hope that we will be the change to turn everything around, and hopefully, this will set the stage for years to come. This is our future.
Where there is excitement in the early hours or days of this massive job action that is already having a massive impact, there is also anxiety for some like Justin Gonzalez.
It's definitely stressful. But we're out here trying to get what we deserve. So in that sense, it feels worth it.
That stress rises if this strike drags on and on. Kiata Shanklin is a young mother, and it is a guessing game out here trying to predict when there will be a resolution. What does a mother's intuition tell you? How long is this going to go?
We don't know. We just don't know. Just got to be prepared and hope to get the support from the community to support us as well. So I feel like as long as we have the support of the community and we stay together in solidarity, it'll all work out right.
The UAW has talked a lot about targeted strikes. So this is one of the targets here, this assembly plant in Wayne, Michigan. You go east into Detroit, you've got assembly plants that make the Wagoneer and Jeep and popular vehicles like Durango. Those rank and file members, UAW members, they're on the line today working even though the UAW is on strike. In Wayne, Michigan, Sean Lay, back to you.
And taking a look at cars on the road here in San Antonio with your traffic authority cameras. It is Friday afternoon, and that means a lot of people got off work early. So traffic along I-37 at Carolina moving smoothly. Nothing much to report here except for some pretty skies. Up next, headphones or earbuds? Consumer Reports putting them to the test. The crystal clear best choice and what they cost. Next.
I'm Myra Arthur here in the newsroom on a Friday, and here's what we're working on for the news at 6 o'clock. A shocking sentence today for a woman once charged with capital murder. She was given 5 years in prison for aggravated robbery. We hear from the victim's family as they left the courtroom upset. With the 2024 San Antonio City budget approved, animal care services budget swells to more than $28 million. We break down how the agency is planning to use that money to ensure the city sees a positive return on that big investment. Plus, the art of the accordion has been handed down generation to generation, even now at Lerma's, once an iconic nightclub, now a historic landmark. Jesse Degollado couldn't resist its distinctive sound, as you will see tonight at 6 when we kick off Hispanic Heritage Month. She's got moves. All that and more today on the News at 6.
Thank you, Myra. Who knew? Way to go, Jesse. Seems you can't have a smartphone without having headphones too these days. You see them at the gym and at the office and at the grocery store. There are so many choices, and it can be confusing. Should you buy headphones or earbuds? And it's also a challenge not to spend a fortune in the process. 12 on your side's Marilyn Wards has some sound advice from an audio expert.
When it comes to listening to music or podcasts, headphones are very much a personal choice.
I own many styles of headphones, on-ear, over-ear, in-ear, earbuds, and I use what works best for the activity that I'm doing.
Elias Arias has tested audio equipment for Consumer Reports for 20 years. He and trained listeners compare hundreds of models for sound quality, noise canceling, and even how well they fit. The good news? They found great choices at every price point. So if you like to listen while you exercise, he'd choose
something that's lightweight and fits securely around my ears and is also moisture resistant.
Like this sports pair from Sennheiser. He says they're reliable and owners like them, and they're in the $150 price range.
And if you're someone who really is critical about the quality of the sound, then you'll want a headphone that gives you the finest detail. And those are the models at the top of our ratings that produce excellent sound quality.
High-quality stuff can be high dollar, even thousands of dollars. Testers recommend the Grado SR80X for $125. If you need to block out background noise, think noise canceling. Arias says the Soundcore Live Q20 is a good choice and just $50.
If you're into noise canceling headphones, I think it's great to know that in our experience, the technology has improved significantly.
If you are prone to losing your earbuds, this is their budget option, the Skull Candy Dime 2, $23. And if you're looking to save money on the higher price models, Amazon's Prime Day in October and Black Friday are good times to buy. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
Will we hear the sound of thunder again tonight, Mia?
I will say some folks, at least across portions of South Central Texas, are already hearing some thunder and definitely having to deal with some lightning strikes, which is something that we're going to be monitoring closely for some, not all, especially if you're about to head out the door for any area football games this evening. Go ahead and take the poncho with you, but just know that not everybody is going to need to use it. You can see right now here in San Antonio, no issues out there on the radar, but if you take a little bit of a jog farther off to the southeast, especially over northeastern Karnes County right now, we've got a pretty hefty thunderstorm near Gillette, definitely seeing some of that heavy rainfall as well as some gusty winds, likely to the tune of about 40 to 50 miles per hour. That stretches over to places like Pavelixville as well as Sestahova, right there along the Highway 123 corridor. I will say over the past several scans, the hail threat does look to have come down with that. But of course, we will continue to monitor it very closely. It's moving farther off to the southeast at about 15 to 20 miles per hour. So if it can hold together, Yorktown, we're looking about 5:45 for an estimated time of arrival. Cuero closer to about 6:15. So we will keep tabs on that thunderstorm. That's definitely the strongest one that we have in our area right now. A few more little splashes of rain, even some lightning strikes there near Tilden and McMullen County. A little shower right down I-35 just south of Cotulla. And then farther off to the west, we have a few thunderstorms that developed over the mountains of Mexico, trying to cross over the Rio Grande just south of Eagle Pass. And this is really the catalyst behind all of the activity that we've seen so far this Friday and what we'll continue to monitor through the overnight hours. We've got a little stationary boundary just draped across our area, even some more hefty storms in between the Houston and Galveston area farther off to our east. I'm going to call it about a 30 to potentially 40% potential to find a few more hit or miss showers and storms throughout the remainder of the evening. But again, it's not going to be for everybody. As we head into the overnight hours, maybe a few more storms farther off to the west. And then as we head into your Saturday, a few isolated showers possible in the morning. And then now it's looking like we could find another round of some hit or miss storms, specifically by and after lunchtime into the afternoon, all depending on how storms form farther off to our northwest and track southward throughout the afternoon hours. So a good idea to keep the poncho with you there as well, maybe the umbrella should you briefly need to use it. Until then, temperatures right now in the 90s, a couple of upper 80s out there. Tomorrow, by the way, depending on the rain, we might not hit 90 degrees for the first time in a few months. So that's something that we'll monitor. Again, rain dependent. Then after that, an isolated chance for rain on Sunday. And then those temperatures start to climb back up into the mid 90s as we dry things out next week, Ursula.
We will cheer for that. 80s, imagine that. And potentially more rain tonight for football. So bring your poncho.
I am not cheering for the rain and lightning, that is for sure. It's a big game in our big game coverage tonight. Southwest and Southside, a 13-5A D1 matchup. Plus in the NFL, the Texans added C.J. Stroud to the injury report. Coming up. The big game in our big game coverage tonight will feature the Southside Cardinals at the Southwest Dragons in a District 13-5A D1 matchup. Southwest is 3-0 overall, 1-0 in district. The Dragons are ranked number 10 in 12's top 12 Class 6A 5A rankings. They're seeking their first 4-0 start since 2009. Now the Southside Cardinals are 2-1 on the season and 1-0 in district, and they would love to win as they seek a district repeat.
I mean, every game's important, you know. We're defending district champs. Everybody's going to come in, you know, try and bet their best to get after us. So we're just going to have to come with it.
It's a big game because, you know, talking about going back-to-back district champs, we just got to come together. We got to really come together.
We just got to stay focused. This is like a really big game. Like, we just got to practice hard, do our job, no goofing off, stuff like that.
It's very important because Southside is a great team. You know, last year they won against us, obviously, but our heads held high and we're ready to go.
Southside Cardinals at the Southwest Dragons. Our game of the week tonight at 7 at Dragon Stadium. One of 15 games we have scheduled to get tonight, weather permitting. Now here's the BGC road trip. Marble Falls at Kerrville Tybee, Brackett at Comfort, and Gregory Portland at Bernie. Mary will take a look at the Tybee Antlers tonight at 6. And the Judson Rockets beat the Hutto Hippos last night 29-19 at Rutledge Stadium for the Rockets' first win this season. The Rockets are 1-3 and will play Midland Legacy next week, their final non-district game before kicking off District 27 6A action.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
Cowboys wide receiver Brandon Cooks is listed as questionable when the boys host the Jets Sunday afternoon. He's dealing with a knee injury and has not practiced this week. Zach Martin is questionable with a groin injury. Tyler Smith is doubtful with a hamstring, and Donovan Wilson is doubtful with a calf injury. And how about this? In some surprising news, Houston Texans rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud is listed as questionable for Sunday with a right shoulder injury. Now, this appears to be a new injury as he was not listed on the Texans injury report this week until today. The Texans host the Colts at noon. And how about this tonight? UTSA will host Army at 6. And it also looks like Roadrunner starting quarterback Frank Harris is not available tonight because of a toe injury he suffered in their last game.
Okay. Well, big night.
It is indeed.
Good luck. A lot of games to cover. We'll be right back.